What are your thoughts on cryptocurrency?
You know what? Cryptocurrency was something that I rejected for a long time. I just thought it was a bunch of hooey. I'm always sort of wavering in my mind because I don't invest. I'm not an investor in markets, and I'm sort of restricted in that way. And maybe I got angry at it because I didn't invest in it, and because I missed the boat in it. Sometimes you got to wonder, right? Like, did I not make a bunch of money in that? So I'm going to diss it because I didn't like it or I didn't get invested in it. So I kind of poo-pooed it and never really addressed it, and I kind of didn't understand it. I like things I understand, right? And I obviously it's an entity and you can buy it and sell it and blah, blah, but I didn't get what was behind it. I didn't get how real it was. Is it all made up? And I like to be able to see what's behind the curtain. And then I became fascinated by it. And then and people started asking me a lot of questions about it. So I had to do research to find out about it. Look, I've gotten involved in meme coins, and I launched an NFT, and I'm watching crypto and I'm watching its acceptance across the board. I don't know yet if it is an actual hedge to the market and a hedge to the S&P at all, or whatnot. I find it fascinating. I still don't know if it's real. There's that great Saturday Night Live skit with Elon Musk where they asked him what's Dogecoin, and he answers it, and they said, "But what is Dogecoin?" Right? Does anybody really know what the heck Bitcoin is or what it is? It's a funny thing about like art is an unregulated entity. Or it's like people what's a coin worth? There are 30,000 meme coins come out every day. Things are worth what people are willing to pay for it, right? So I'm fascinated by it. I think it's become something real because of its acceptance across the board by governments and by entities and by a lot of the big players in the game. And it's something that's gotten my attention, and everybody should pay attention to it.
What are your thoughts on the US dollar and losing its potential dominance over time? Do you think that's an issue, or do you think that's something that is just overhyped?
You know what? I don't look, I'm not an economist, and it's not really one of my specialties. So I don't really like to speak to things like that. The fact that a lot of the countries around the world are stepping away from the dollar as its main form of currency and standard, it feels a little disappointing. I feel like we're getting ganged up on. I'm not really sure what the mindset is behind it. And I don't know how it will affect the value or the U.S. economy. But look, I'm an American and I love this country. And so when we get ganged up on by guys who I don't think are really nice players and bad actors, I'm not a fan of it.
Do you think the stock market should be open 24/7?
Absolutely not. That rumor came out a little while ago, and it was a pretty short-lived rumor. You have to realize in the old days, markets traded from 9 o'clock to 4 o'clock. Years ago, they used to trade and they were closed on Wednesdays, way, way back in the day, because they had to do all the clearing. Now markets actually are open 24/7, right? So the question would be, should the stock market, the New York Stock Exchange, be open?
Correct.
Because you can trade S&P 500s all year, all night long. The spread is very wide. And after hours trading, people do after hours trading a lot. The economic data comes out at 8:30. That tends to jolt the market. People will trade from 8:30 to 9:30 because there's a lot of volatility. However, people need to realize that the spread is very thin, the liquidity is very thin. But right now you can trade 24/7, right? It's just a matter of what instrument you're going to trade. You can trade futures. Sometimes until 6 after hours. You can trade S&P 500 24/7. You can trade a lot of individual stocks after hours as well. So the question would be, should the new NYSE be open 24/7? No, there's absolutely no reason for that to happen.